Hey everyone, it's Linda from LivingLinda Abroad, and today I'm breaking down my actual utility bills for the first 6 months of 2025 while living in Portugal. I live in a small one-bedroom apartment right here in Lisbon, and I've tracked every euro I've spent so far this year on water, electricity, and gas. So if you're thinking about moving to Portugal and are curious about real-world costs, grab a coffee and let's dive in. First, let's take a look at water. Water bills have been fairly consistent these past 6 months, ranging between 12 and 16 euros per month. Here's the breakdown. In January, my water bill was 14.97 euros. In February, 14.92 euros. 14.20 in March, down to 12.43 in April. May was 15.60 and June was 14.42. Overall, I average about 14 euros per month for water, which includes everything: cooking, cleaning, showers, and laundry. There's no separate sewer charge here, like in some countries, so what you see is what you pay. Next up is electricity. Now this is where you'll see some fluctuation, and I'll explain why. Again, I live in a small apartment, and I don't use the big overhead unit for the heat. Instead, I use a small space heater in the room I'm in, which helps keep things manageable. Here are my actual electricity bills. In January, I paid 23.79 euros. February was 55.59 euros. March's bill of 102.74 euros. This is the most I've paid for electricity in the 3 years I've been here, but more on that in a minute. April was 48.14 euros. I paid 32.50 euros in May and 34.79 euros in June. March and April were extremely rainy. It rained nearly every day in March, which meant more dampness and more need for heat. Winters in Portugal can feel colder than they are due to humidity. That's why February and March were the most expensive. I didn't turn on the AC until mid-June, so May and early June were much cooler and cheaper overall. Now let's look at gas. Gas is used mostly for cooking on the stovetop and heating the water tank for showers. The monthly bills were quite affordable. In January was 11.21 euros. February's bill was 10.59 euros. In March, I paid 7.20 euros. April was 8.73 euros. In May, I paid 9.04 euros and 6.82 euros in June. As you can see, gas is very inexpensive in Portugal, under 12 euros a month. It rarely fluctuates much unless you're taking extra long hot showers or doing a lot of stovetop cooking. Here's a quick summary of monthly average costs for the first half of 2025. Water averaged 14 euros, electricity averaged 49 euros, and gas averaged 9 euros per month. Total monthly utilities was 72 euros on average. Not bad for comfortable living in a European capital city. I've been tracking my expenses since 2023, so if you want a detailed comparison of utilities from 2023 to now, drop a comment below and let me know. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss my cost of living breakdowns, visa tips, or neighborhood tours across Portugal. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.